Here are the three biggest lessons I wish I knew sooner when I was transitioning from project manager to senior project manager. If somebody had told me this, I would have saved hours of worrying and started taking action sooner. Okay, first and foremost, you need to learn the language of decision makers. If you earn a seat at the table and you get that senior title, you are going to get closer to the decision makers, and therefore you need to understand what they're looking for and what, more importantly, they're not looking for to see and or hear. They are all about risk exposure, and they don't want more problems. They've already got a million one of them and they want solutions. So therefore you need to be clear and concise. What is it? So what? Now what? Help them make decisions by providing options and recommendations. Structure your PowerPoints accordingly in order to give that type of message. These leaders do not want novels, they want napkins. Keep it short, keep it brief, keep it punchy, and they will like it and like you because of that. Number two, you need structured problem solving. You cannot be everywhere, because if you're everywhere, you're nowhere simultaneously. You have to build a team, you have to get people owning work streams, doing work on your behalf. It's not about abdicating, it's about delegating. So therefore you need outlook. You need to be thinking about multiple stakeholders. You cannot get too worried and stressed about every minutiae of detail. You need to be able to take a step back, breathe, go for a walk, and think about the long-term strategic vision and strategic planning. Get out the detail, get out of the email, start thinking. Contrary to belief, you don't need to be doing more, you actually need to be doing less when you start transitioning into this senior space. And last, by very means not least, is financial literacy. You need to know your numbers, because when you're presenting at the board, they are going to expect, or any decision maker, they're going to expect you to know your numbers, because money makes the world go round, and they need to know that you understand things like gross versus net, risk and contingency, cost planning, cash flow forecasting, cost to complete, yields. You need to know your numbers so that when you're in front of decision makers, they know that you know your stuff, and it will tell and show if you don't. You almost need to be a bit like a QS, quantity surveyor, or an accountant, because you need to understand what is going on. And ultimately, if you are a project leader or client, you own the cost plan, you own the budget. So therefore you need to know what's going on under the hood. So you need to work very closely with your corporate accountants, your corporate finance, your quantity surveyors. And you need to understand the language that they are talking. So you need to do some extra homework if you haven't gone down the route of accountancy or quantity surveying. Know your numbers. They don't teach this stuff in school. And bonus tip, you need to understand the importance of time. Time in my industry, which is construction, is extremely expensive. If there are damages applied to contracts and you go over time, it will likely blow your budget, because time compounds. It's very expensive. Written into these contracts, you have